All right, folks, here we go. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, and we're down to the final four, and it's the game within the game, the championship games on Sunday, and it's time to talk about the prop bets. Last week, the best bet of the week was Williams going over 48 and a half yards rushing for the Chiefs. You had the side, you had the total, sometimes inside the game, and we did a prop video for you last week. That was the best bet of the week. Can we find one or two of those hidden gems for the games this weekend? Let's try. We'll start with the Rams game at New Orleans. The bottom line is, the Rams will probably sit there going, hey, man, we're going to play at home. And all of a sudden, the Eagles, the pick goes through Jeffrey's hands. All of a sudden, now the Rams, they got to go to New Orleans. Could be a different animal. First matchup between these two could have an impact on what the props are here. Don't forget that New Orleans got the big lead, 35-17 at the half. Rams come roaring back, tie the game, end up losing in a track meet. But in that game, Gurley only had 68 yards rushing because they fell behind. So, what might happen in this game? All of a sudden, now you've got the emergence of C.J. Anderson, who showed up and ran the ball down the Cowboys' throats. Some of the numbers, and in this game, Jared Goff, 286 and a half yards. Now, he lit up the Saints once they were down. If they get behind, Goff going over 286 and a half, is a real likely thing to happen in this particular football game. I think he could put up bigger yards than Brees because the Saints offense has been more conservative of late. Touchdown passes over under two, under minus $1.30 for Goff. Robert Woods, 76 and a half yards. Brandon Cook, 72 and a half yards receiving is the number posted on the board. But to me, I look at Todd Gurley, 71 and a half yards rushing. Yeah, I get it. Anderson's there, and he could scoop some carries away from Gurley. But if Anderson's in the game and effective, that means the Rams' running game is effective, and Gurley can bust a couple of long ones. That, for me, would be the play here for the Rams. I like Gurley to go over the 71 and a half yards rushing. As for the Saints, Drew Brees, over 2 touchdown passes, minus $1.30 is the favorite there. And you're looking at 25 and a half completions projected for Brees. The bottom line is he'll throw swing passes to Kamara. He's got Thomas. He's got weapons. The over 25 and a half is a realistic opportunity here for Drew Brees. Kamara, 62 and a half yards rushing. That could be one. If Gurley's going to be running, maybe Kamara is. And you know that at halftime of that game last week, there is just no doubt about it. Peyton said, I'm not getting the ball to Kamara enough. I think he'll be a featured part of this offense. But for the Saints, I got to go over 92 and a half yards receiving for Michael Thomas. The guy was awesome against the Rams in the regular season. He was awesome in the playoff game against the Eagles. I would go over 92 and a half yards receiving for Michael Thomas. All right, Sony Michel. We go to the AFC game. He's 78 and a half yards rushing for the Patriots, the kid. And that's been the strength of this team of late. They're running the ball with authority. Michel and White. They don't want Brady getting involved in a track meet here. Imagine this, the Patriots are going to want to slow this game down, but they're going to want to control the running game. I think Michel, 78 and a half yards rushing, could be the way to go in this game for the Patriots. Brady, you're looking at completions, 25 and a half yards and 286 and a half yards passing for Brady. Julian Edelman, you're looking at 78 and a half yards receiving for Edelman. On the Chiefs side of the equation, Patrick Mahomes, 308 and a half yards. This kid's electric. They just throw it all over the place. Williams did run the ball. I think Mahomes probably goes over the 308 and a half, and it's not going to be as cold as everybody thought it was going to be. But how about him? Touchdown passes over 2.5. Highest number posted for the weekend for a quarterback. Tyreek Hill, 80 and a half receiving yards. Belichick known for taking something away. You got to think the safeties are deep. They'll try to take the big play from Hill away, which leads me to say the middle of the field's going to be open, and I think Travis Kelce goes over the 80 and a half receiving yards, and that would be my big play on the Chiefs in that game. Always trying to find the opportunities in the game within the game, and it's the props, and we're in Las Vegas, and we're fired up, getting ready for the big game. We'll know who it is after Sunday. These two games, the top two teams in each conference, they're knocking heads. We got you covered right here, BangTheBook.com. Follow along on Twitter at BangTheBook. You can follow me at Brian Blessing. And as always, listen to the Sports Betting Podcast with our good friend Adam Burke. Good luck with the props in the AFC and NFC Championship games this weekend.